we present HomeSeeker, a visual analytics system to help home buyers understand the local real estate market, explore, filter and compare properties based on their personal preferences. We have defined 4 levels of basic domain tasks. Users with different background of the local real estate market and different requirements can use different kinds of combinations of the 4 tasks to find their preferred properties. We have designed 3 levels of visualization to answer the 4 basic domain tasks. First, at the level of profile-based exploration, we use Ka-Pleth map or dot maps to help users understand different lifestyles in different areas. For example, we present public schools, school zones and school ratings on top of the Google map. We use dot maps to visualize the transportation information, and whether the facilities like supermarkets, shopping centers and hospital locate. We present the demography to describe the neighborhood. Users can select different attributes, such as ages, incomes and the percentage of people from India, China and so on. Note that all the profile-based information will also be linked to each specific property and a region. Secondly, at the level of suburb exploration, we draw circles on top of the Google Maps view to present median price and sold properties. We then further divide the properties in a suburb into different groups based on bedrooms. Users can also select to explore the detailed information of suburbs. The multidimensional view uses parallel coordinates to present detailed information about each suburb. We can filter suburbs using parallel coordinates, or click suburbs to add them to the historical view. In the historical view, we have line charts and stream graphs to visualize the changes of median house price and sold number in the selected suburbs at the last 10 years. When the user hovers over a suburb, we draw histograms on top of parallel coordinates to show more detailed statistics of the suburb, such as the price distribution of 3-bedroom houses or 2-bedroom units. Thirdly, at properties level exploration, we design glyphs on top of the map to visualize each property. Users can select attributes that they are concerned about and then enable the multi-dimensional view. Here we have a geocoded scatterplot connecting with a parallel coordinates and a colored Boolean table. Parallel coordinate presents the information associated with each property. The Boolean table presents the information that whether a property has air conditioning, heating and so on. We have defined a set of selections tools to allow users directly select regions from the Google Maps view. They can draw rectangles, circles or polygons to add a new region, intersect with or subtract from the existing region. User can also filter on the parallel coordinates. All the other views will be affected and immediately updated. Users can log in to save the properties to their favorite list, and compare those properties in detail with spider chart together with the multidimensional view. User A had a budget of $0.8 million to buy a 3-bedroom property in the eastern Melbourne suburbs where most of her friends live. As a parent, she preferred the property within a good public secondary school and close to facilities like supermarkets, shopping centers and clinics. She first went to profile-based region visualization, and selected secondary public schools. She selected those schools having a good academic performance in the eastern suburbs. She then clicked on Property Exploration, and found that there were too many available properties. After selecting those attributes that she was interested, she enabled the multidimensional view. She then filtered out the properties based on her original requirements. She needs houses, below 0.8 million, 3 bedrooms, within 500 meters to the nearest supermarket, 2 kilometers to the near shopping center. She also wanted to live in a region with more local people and near the train station. After saving 2 properties into her favorites, she compared those 2 houses in detail. She found that the 2 houses were very similar to each other, except that house 1 had a slightly shorter walking time to the nearest train station from. Then, she further discovered from the multi-dimensional view that house 1 was $6,000 more expensive than house 2, but was closer to most of the facilities. At last, she decided to inspect those 2 houses in person, and had House 1 as a priority. User B wanted to buy a house in a region where there were more Chinese residences so that his Chinese parents would have an easy life in the region. Since he might live there only for 3 or 4 years, he also preferred a region where the house value could increase in value over years. He first went to regional exploration, and selected of Chinese residents from the drop-down box. He identified 4 main regions where there were more Chinese residences: Melbourne CBD, Box Hill, Glen Waverley, and Clayton. He then selected the median age and found that Melbourne CBD and Clayton had more young people living there. Considering his parents' age, he chose Box Hill and Glen Waverley as 2 candidate suburbs. Then he went to suburb-level exploration, and selected those 2 suburbs. By comparing price-related information in the 2 suburbs, he noticed that the 2 suburbs have similar average capital growth in the past 10 years. However, house price in Box Hill increased over 30% in the past year, while Glen Waverley was around 20%. Also, there were more 3 or 4 bedroom houses within his budget in Glen Waverley. Considering the available properties and the possibility of price bubbles in Box Hill at the moment, he decided to first consider properties in Glen Waverley. He double-clicked the suburb of Glen Waverley and enabled to explore the individual properties in Glen Waverley. Then he filtered the properties and compared the properties based on his own requirement, similar to how User A did. At last User B found 3 candidate properties and had a ranking among them. Two more case studies can be found in the paper about an investor, User C, with $0.6 million wanting to invest a property from which he could make the most profits. User D was new to Melbourne, and wanted to explore the local real estate market, got to know different lifestyles in different regions, so that he could have a basic idea of what kind of properties he would buy in the future. Thanks for watching.